The boy who is in love with Anna is Kevin. The book, which Madeleine is reading right now, isn't very nice. That's it. What's it all about? Relative clauses. In this video, we are talking about relative clauses. Nice to see you. Here we go. So, first of all, we are talking about the usage. When do you use relative clauses? If you want to describe a person or a thing in more detail, you can use relative clauses. You use who for people and which for things. You can use that for both people and things. It's like a joker. Examples. Laura wants to talk to the young boy who, or that, but that sounds not so great, gave her his phone number yesterday. This is the book which Hannah read in her last holidays. We have who and we have which. And there is also that, which you can use for people and for things. Let's talk about possession and ownership. If you want to express the possession or ownership of something, you use the relative pronoun whose. The girl whose bike is new is Anna. Another example is, this is the bike whose colors are blue and green. This is the girl whose boyfriend forgot her last birthday. That's not so nice. What else have we got? We can describe a place in more detail. Now we have who, we have which, we have that, we have whose when we talk about possession and ownership, and we have where. If you want to describe a place in more detail, you can use the relative pronoun where. Here are the examples. What is the place called where Maiden won her first tennis match? Let's go to the shop where we can buy some new shirts. And there is one more thing. Relative clauses without relative pronouns. So there are cases and times when you can leave out the relative pronoun. And that sounds also great. And what cases and times there are, we will see in a few seconds. If the relative pronoun who, which, or that is directly followed by a personal pronoun, for example, I, you, we, they, or a person, you can leave out the relative pronoun. These sentences are also called contact clauses. Ellie is the girl Tom met at Steffi's party. Ellie is the girl who Tom met. And here we can leave out the who because Tom, Anna, or I follow directly after the relative pronoun. The boy Anna wants to call is 17 years old. This is the bike I bought last Friday. So there is nothing in between the place where the relative pronoun would be and it's directly followed by a person, Tom, Anna, or I. And if that is the case, you can leave out the relative pronoun, and that's always a good idea. Summary. In this video, we were talking about relative clauses. There are relative clauses with a relative pronoun, and there are contact clauses, relative clauses, where you can leave out the relative pronoun. You know, You can use relative clauses to describe something in more detail. You can use who for persons or people. You can use which to describe things. There is that, which you can use for both people and things. When you want to talk about possession and ownership, you can use whose. And if you want to describe a place in more detail, you can use where. And if you want to leave out the relative pronoun and use a contact clause, that's the term for it, you can do that if the relative pronoun is directly followed by a person or a personal pronoun. I, Tom, he, and so on. If that is the case, you can leave out the relative pronoun. Das war's. Wenn dir das Video gefallen hat, Daumen hoch. Wenn du sagst, nö, wusste ich schon alles, laberababa, Daumen runter. Ansonsten sage ich es allen weiter. Ich freue mich über jeden Kommentar, über jedes Like des Videos. Wenn du nichts verpassen möchtest, Glocke an. Lass gerne ein Abo da und jetzt habt ihr und sage ich es allen weiter. Ansonsten findest du viele Informationen zu weiteren Videos unserer Internetseite unten in der Videobeschreibung oder eben auch auf www.grammarbox.de. In diesem Sinne, danke fürs Zusehen, bis zum nächsten Mal und ciao for now.